Moving on now, efforts by world powers to revive the Iran nuclear deal negotiations between the US and Iran are likely to resume following President Biden's trip to the region later this month, even after an unproductive round of talks earlier this week in Doha. Sources say that two European diplomats familiar with the matter have now confirmed that talks are likely to continue until July, although the UN nuclear watchdog has warned that it will not be able to effectively verify whether Iran's nuclear activity is within the parameters of the initial deal or not.
The Security Council remains seized of the threat to international security from Iran's continued nuclear escalation. Iran's nuclear program is no more advanced than at any point in the past. Iran has been taking unprecedented steps to accelerate the pace of its nuclear program in the past 3 years and continues to escalate unabatedly. Intensive diplomatic efforts to restore the JCPOA have resulted in a viable deal being on the table since early March. We regret that up until now, Iran has refused to seize this diplomatic opportunity and continued its nuclear escalation.
Negotiators met in Qatar earlier this week after months of no talks due to differences between the United States and Iran. A return to the negotiation table led some to believe that progress was imminent. But the United States said after several days of indirect talks that Iran did not make any serious proposals. Despite the International Atomic Energy Agency's warnings regarding its enforcement capabilities, the US appears unwilling to give up on its efforts to revive the deal known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA, convinced that the alternatives are far less effective and likely to achieve. The Biden administration has been trying to revive the deal, which restrained Iran's nuclear powers in exchange for billions of dollars in sanctions relief, which Iran insists it never received. Since the failed deals, Iran has been using advanced centrifuges and rapidly growing stockpiles of enriched uranium to 60% purity. And the volume of material has steadily climbed since the US left the JCPOA. Currently, Iran's low-enriched uranium stockpile is more than 2,800 kilograms. Though the International Atomic Energy Agency has been unable to verify Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium, it estimates the stockpile to be more than 15 times the amount allowed by the JCPOA. And since there's less information about what's actually happening inside the country's centrifuge workshops, some experts are concerned that Iran could be stashing the uranium enrichment capacity at an undeclared location to avoid a diplomatic statement. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.